like, how would you describe like your first musical experience, as well as like you first really, was it a church song? Like, was you, performing in the choir or something like that when you like really enjoyed, the production and, music? Or just your first music experience in general, like with the first thing?
My first musical experience ever. This was before I ever sung a song or in the solo nowhere. My first musical experience, I was nine years old, and my grandma got a baby grand piano in her living room, and I was just gonna touch on it. But my grandma came in and showed me a song. My mama wasn't there, so when I got home, my mama had an upright piano in the living room. I went and played the song, and as I kept playing it, I started adding on more notes, started getting better, started understanding certain sounds. My mama came in and she was just like, "How long have you been doing that?" I said, "Grandma taught me this today."
Yeah.
The next day, like literally, like probably 2 hours after that came, she came in the living room and heard me playing. I think like Trick a Little Star, so it was something crazy, like little nursery rhyme. It was a little some petty stuff. My mama just always believed in the extraordinary for her children and for her. So she came in there and like 2 hours later, she was on the phone with my granddaddy, and then like the next day, I was in piano lessons. So I would go to piano lessons at Booker T in Pleasant Hill.
Yeah.
Booker T in the basement with Miss Cheryl Hart. Bless her soul. Love that lady, man. She was my first piano teacher. After Miss Cheryl Hart, I went to Brother Matthias Johnson. He got me into having home recitals, but he also taught me discipline. Miss Hart, by her being, a woman who's more interested in the fundamentals, I only really played stuff out of books. Cool foundation stuff. Nat used to call me the professor because he said the way you think musically is insane for you not to understand how it works. I would come in and he would give me a song to learn, and I would go learn it, and I would come back in and put extra spins on it, and he would ask me how it worked. And I couldn't explain to him theoretically, like, yeah, so this is the minor third. No, I couldn't do that. He was always telling me, don't play nothing you can't explain.
Yeah.
He said, how are you going to teach somebody else how to play it one day? You know what I'm saying? So he taught me discipline. And then the next piano teacher I had was Spencer Cornelius.
Yeah.
And he has a doctorate in piano forms. So he's really good. Discipline, accountability. And my last piano teacher was Jamie Brown. And Jamie was the MD of Beetleland. It was the church I was playing at the time. So I was like 12 years old. I started playing organ for Beetleland. It was more so like I would play like little parts of praise and worship. If they had a song I knew, they let me get on. You know what I'm saying? They showed me love. But they taught me discipline. Like they taught me how to make sure I stayed locked in with the band.
Yeah.
Understand they won my show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So talk about, with me and you play sports together too. Like,
oh yeah.
So when did you first get introduced to sports, and like, you know what I'm saying, how you got in that?
Okay, so when I was 3 or 4, my uncle Tyrone Hill, Heavy, he was working with the youth league at Bloomfield Rec. At the time, I was too young to play, but he convinced him to let me play the little basketball. Didn't really know the game too well, but I knew it enough to where I could get along with the rest of them, and it didn't really look like a bunch of fools out there just falling out here with.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that's when I met Jamisha Bivens. And Jamisha ended up playing at Central, you know what I'm saying, high school with me. So, and Jamisha was like probably one of the best scoring guards that Central probably had in a long time.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think me and her playing on the same team, and I remember she was like the only girl.
Yeah.
She was out there hooping still. We were young. She was already hooping.
Yeah, Jamisha.
Like she was already going in with the boys like crazy, you know what I'm saying? So but I was youngest on the team.
Yeah.
I think our jersey color was like either blue or orange. I can't remember. I just remember I got a picture in my house. I was standing there, half court, and I had the ball in my hand, and my head bigger than my body, and I'm like this, and smiling. So yeah,
Talk about your mentality going into school. You balance, music, good grades, sports, all while maintaining, still being involved in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of just talk about your mentality going into, especially high school when it really get, a little more serious.
Yeah.
How did you balance that?
So the transition between middle school and high school was probably a bad transition for me. That's when I really was trying to tap into the streets. You feel me? I really shouldn't have. I didn't get deep enough to even, do nothing like that. It's just more so I just was curious, Started hanging with people and trying to be in the areas they was at, trying to, see what was going on, go with the flow, But I just had to kind of learn that, they just really want me type thing. So once I learned that, I can still be comfortable and trap with my boys and just be chilling. Like I got to worry about that, you know what I'm saying? But high school, I had to kind of learn how to start reinventing myself. So even though I would hang with my boys and stuff like that, even though I would hang with them, even though I knew what they did, what they wanted to do, I still was worrying about myself and my image. Make sure I kept myself together. So I would say that my mentality was just more so like do what you can to keep yourself occupied so you don't have to go down there and just hang with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.